Hey guys, what is up? And welcome to another cutting video. Egg cutting video. We are going to be cutting clutch T tonight, and that is going to be Twilight and Basil. So we may actually be calling this clutch 22T in the future for reference to the year, but the mother of this clutch is Twilight, who is right here. She is a banana black pastel GHI, very pretty snake as you can see, and actually starting to build back pretty well, getting some of that weight back from laying that clutch of eggs. So this is the mom. The dad is down in my lap. This is Basil, who is a banana, may also be granite. He is the king of freckles, as you can see. But this is Basil. He's also in shed, so he's not quite as bright as he would normally be. So before we cut this clutch, I want to talk a little bit about the genetics involving the banana trait. And if you do not want to see that, you can skip over to this timestamp right here. And if you will skip to that mark, we will get straight into the egg cutting. If not, stick around and we're going to talk about how this gene, or this mutation rather, actually works. So let's get into the video without further delay. Alright, so the main thing that I really want to talk about, the main point of this video, is to talk about how the banana trait is sex linked. How you can have a male maker banana or a female maker banana. But in order to do that, we actually have to cover two different topics. One is the banana trait itself and how it can be sex linked, or how it is sex linked. But before we can do that, we actually have to discuss incomplete dominance. Banana is an incomplete dominant trait, and we need to understand how that works before we can understand how it plays into, males being a male maker or a female maker, and so on. And I can think of no other way to do that, since I'm too lazy to do like PowerPoint or Smartboard or any kind of electronics. There's only one other thing I know to do, and that would be the good old-fashioned whiteboard, because I can just draw and I can just erase and not have to worry about any more computer editing besides what I'm already going to have to do to get the different parts of this video spliced together. So when you're talking about what you'll hear as the banana gene, that's what everybody's going to call it in the hobby, is the banana gene. It's actually the banana trait. It's not, the banana is not a gene. It's a trait that can reside on a specific gene. So you're like, okay, you're so smart. Everybody in the hobby calls it a gene. So, if that's not a gene, then what is it? Well, the gene is actually, I'm going to assume that you guys know what DNA is, and I'm going to assume that you know what chromosomes are and where they're located, because if you don't, if I didn't assume that, we would be here for half an hour while I teach an entire course on basic genetics. A gene is a segment, a region of a chromosome that contains a specific DNA sequence that codes for a specific thing. So if you have your chromosome here, which kind of looks like a little strand, right? And it has these little regions on it. Okay, and each one of these little regions codes for a different thing. And each one of these is a gene. So that is a gene. That's a gene. This is another gene. This is also a gene. So these are your genes, and you probably also know that chromosomes are paired. Every animal, every specific kind of animal has a specific set number of these chromosomes. Humans, for instance, have 46. You probably also know that those 46 chromosomes exist in 23 pairs. You actually got 23 from your mom, and you got 23 from your dad. And so when you become an organism, when your egg gets fertilized, those chromosomes pair up. Each one finds its match. And so if this one came from your mom, then you get fertilized, and there's one from your dad that has this exact same structure. Here, 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 and here has these exact same genes on it. So that means that each gene has 2 slots, okay? One from mom, one from dad. So from now on, we're going to treat these genes like boxes. We're going to zoom in right here and call this is a gene, okay? So we're going to get rid of this chromosome. And from now on, our genes are just going to look like a double box, okay? 2 sides of the box representing the 2 chromosomes that it sits on. All right. Now that we got that out of the way, we can get into how these genes actually work. Before we do that, there are a few terms that you need to be aware of. There is dominant. There is recessive. There is incomplete dominant. And then there is homozygous and heterozygous. You probably already know what dominant and recessive are. I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you what those are. Dominant means that all you need is one copy of it and it shows no matter what. Recessive means that you have to have both copies of it for it to show at all. So, for example, albino in ball pythons. Let's say that this is the gene that controls albinism in ball pythons. If the dad donates the albino trait over here, but the mom is normal, okay, or wild type, this animal will look normal. This will look like a normal ball python because albino is recessive and normal covers it up, okay? And this animal here is going to be said to be heterozygous for albino because heterozygous means that you have 2 different copies. Now, if you have an actual, if let's say the mom gives an albino also, this animal is now homozygous. It has 2 of the same type of trait. This animal will show albino. This is a homozygous albino. So basically heterozygous means that you got 2 different codes. Homozygous means that you got the same code from both parents. Dominant is something that shows up like normal or wild type is dominant. It would show full expression, normal, wild type, no matter what's over here, okay? Or whether albino's over here or not. If you had homozygous here, both of them were wild type, it would look the exact same. So that leaves incomplete dominant, okay? This is something completely different, and this happens a lot in ball pythons, and these are the genetics that I am working with. All right, banana is incomplete dominant. So what that means is if you got banana from mom, but not from dad, dad was normal on that gene, then this animal will not look normal. You will get an expression of the banana trait, but not the full expression. You're getting a partial expression of the banana trait. You'll have this look one way. Now, if the dad also donates banana, and you have something like this, you have what's called a super banana or a homozygous banana. See, that's another misnomer in the reptile community, is that we call this a super, right? But this is actually a homozygous animal. Usually when you say het in the reptile community, everyone assumes that you're talking about a recessive trait, like a het albino or a het piebald. If you told somebody that you had a het banana, they would probably laugh at you because they think that you think that banana is something recessive that you have to breed out. That's not what that means. Heterozygous means that you have two different codes on the same gene. So a single trait banana, or what they would call a single gene banana, is actually a heterozygous animal. If you have the super, this has a different appearance. This is a super banana. This is a homozygous animal. So you have to get that terminology down and to understand what we're going to go into next. So what we're going to go into next is that the banana gene, or the banana trait, is a sex-linked trait. What that means is, and what breeders will tell you, and this is true, the ones who know their stuff will tell you that if you have a male banana, he can produce half of his babies will be banana because he has banana on one allele and normal on the other. So he has a 50-50 shot of throwing the banana and a 50-50 shot of throwing a normal. What happens here is that all of the babies that are banana will be the same sex. They'll either be all males or they will be all females. And then the normals will be the opposite. If he makes male bananas, then all of his banana offspring will be males. All of his normal offspring or non-banana will be females, and vice versa. If you have a female, so if you have a female, she has an equal sex ratio. She has a 50-50 shot of throwing banana just like the male, but she has an equal shot of male and female being banana. So why is that the case? Well, I'm going to explain that. Okay, once again, I'm going to assume that you guys know some things. All right, as we get into this sex-linked discussion here, as we said before, every animal has a certain number of chromosome pairs. Humans have 23. All of those chromosome pairs are identical. Let's say this animal has 4 pairs. Let's say it has 8 chromosomes, just to be, simple. The last pair of chromosomes is called the sex chromosomes, okay? They actually determine gender. And most animals, they are called X and Y. Ball pythons included. So if you have an X and a Y, you are a male. If you have 2 X's, you are a female. And let's take a look at these 2 chromosomes. We're going to draw these chromosomes out just like we did before, okay? These 2 chromosomes, X and Y, look exactly the same. Up until a certain point. At that point, the X chromosome has its own set of stuff, and the Y chromosome has its own set of stuff. Okay? So this out here is going to control things that make things specifically male. Okay? The genes on this end of the chromosome control things that make a male animal a male animal. The things on this end of the X chromosome, if you have one, are fairly neutral things. They're fairly they're things that both sexes can exhibit. But if you have another X, if you have 2 X's and you are a female, then these traits that were just normal become more pronounced. And these are the things that make you female. It brings these out and makes you female, and then you have none of the characteristics that are specific to a male. Now, I tell you that to tell you this. You can have characteristics, you can have genes that are located on these chromosomes that don't have anything to do with gender. The banana trait in ball pythons is one of them. But the banana trait does not exist up here. It exists down here, meaning that whether this is an X or a Y, the banana trait works the same. All right? So if you have a male animal, this is a male, if you have a male animal and he is heterozygous banana, we're going to erase this now because now you understand how the X and the Y work. Let's take Basil, for instance, okay? Basil is the father of this clutch. He is a male maker banana, meaning that he is XY because he's a male, and his banana trait is on the Y chromosome, right? That means that if you breed him to, say, Lucy, which we did earlier this year, who is not a banana at all, if he passes banana to an offspring, that offspring also, by definition, gets a Y chromosome. So I know that every baby that he produces that show the banana trait show it because they have a Y chromosome. That means that Basil can only produce male bananas. So if this is a baby that he produces and he throws banana, it's going to be a Y tagged banana. Lucy is going to throw, an X, but her X does not have banana on it. So that's a male offspring, and that is a banana offspring. On the other hand, let's say Basil throws an X chromosome. His X chromosome does not have banana on it. So what we're going to have is a female that does not have banana. Even if I don't know that this animal is XX, I can see that it does not have this trait. So that means I know that every animal that is not banana out of that clutch is a girl. Now, that means that if you have a female, and remember I told you that a female banana has an equal chance of producing a male or female banana. If your female is heterozygous banana, like Twilight, let's say we breed her to a male who is not banana. Pick any male that's not banana. How about, I don't know, how about Tusk? We all love Tusk, right? But Tusk is not a banana, so he has a normal X and Y. If we bred him to Twilight and she donated her banana, Tusk still has to donate his chromosome. He has an equal chance of donating an X or a Y. So this offspring is banana regardless of what gender it ends up, if it came from her, because she can only donate an X. The gender is decided over here. Therefore, a female banana has a 50-50 chance, 50-50 sex ratio on her banana offspring, regardless of what he throws. Now, let's take a look at the pairing that we're about to cut eggs for. Basil, who is a male maker banana, and Twilight, who is a female banana. So up until this point, I've always been working with male maker bananas bred to non-bananas. So I could always know that if I had a male baby, if I had a banana baby in the egg, I could tell that that animal was a male in the egg without ever having to sex it. If it was not a banana, I knew that it was a female without ever having to sex it. Now, there is an elephant in the room that I really don't want to address. I shouldn't have to address it because it's such a rare occurrence that it should be negligible. But if I don't address it and enough people watch this video, somebody's going to come along and comment and say, hey, it's possible for a male maker to throw a female banana every once in a while. It's possible for a female maker male to throw a male every once in a while. Yes, it is. It is. And that's something that, if you know anything about meiosis, like in normal cell divisions, when you have your chromosomes, when they split into new cells, normally, they pair up along the middle and they replicate themselves, okay? And then they split apart. So when you have your new cells, they still got the same number of chromosomes. And then you just have two new cells. That's normal mitosis. That's normal cell division. That's not what happens in meiosis. In meiosis, they line up like this, but then they don't replicate. They split apart. So the two new cells only have half the number of chromosomes. They're unpaired. And sometimes what happens is that a little piece of this chromosome, before they split apart, a little piece of this chromosome can jump over to that one. Okay, so now this one has the trait that one used to have. So when it jumps over here, it has a trait on it that should have been over there. That happens pretty regularly. But if it should happen to occur, there's your X and there's your Y chromosome. If it should happen to occur right here, or right here where this banana gene is, and you've got a male banana, you've got a Y banana, and it jumps over here to the X, then now you've got an X that came from your male maker banana that's carrying the banana trait. That is so rare that it's pretty much negligible. But if I didn't mention it, somebody would point it out. That's why that happens. Okay, back to Basil and Twilight. Male maker banana, male. Banana, female. Up until now, I've always known what my bananas were going to be. This time, that doesn't work because we've got Twilight in the mix. So we could actually wind up with a female banana over here, like that, right? Even though Basil's the dad, if he doesn't throw banana, Twilight could. So a banana offspring could be a female from this clutch. Or it could also be a male. It could come from here, and the X could come from over here, and it could be a male banana. What we're hoping will happen, what I'm hoping will happen at least once, is that both Twilight and Basil will throw banana. That gives me a homozygous super banana, which I can assume will be male, because if it has banana from both parents, that means that Basil had to have thrown his Y. So if I get supers, then I know my supers are males. If I get non-supers, the only way I can get, or if I get non-bananas, the only way I can get that is if this happens, right? This is the only way I get an animal that's not banana, is if these two pair up. And they're both X's, that means that I've got a girl. But if I get a banana, just a single trait, heterozygous banana, I have a 50-50 sex ratio. So, now that that's all taken care of, if your head is not completely full, stay tuned, and we're going to cut this clutch. All right, guys, what's up? Let's cut this clutch of eggs. This is, as you know, clutch T. This is Twilight crossed with Basil. So
yeah,
Twilight is a banana GHI black pastel.
She is?
Possibly yellow belly. Can't rule out yellow belly on her. And then Basil is a banana. So we got banana on both sides this time. So we're hoping to hit that super. This is a clutch that I've been really anxious about, because honestly, this could be a really good clutch or a really bad clutch. There's a chance for everything to hit and a chance for everything to miss. So fingers.
I wonder how much goopiness is going to be inside of that one.
I don't know. Yeah, you guys see my little assistant here. Say hi to everyone, Beta.
Hi.
All right, she's gonna be watching me from the other side over there. All right, let's see what we have in T1. Could T1 be the one we're looking for? Gotta get the hang of this cutting again.
Is there any egg still?
Any what?
Egg still?
I don't think so.
See any?
I kept seeing this right here, and I thought that the snake had cut out already, but it was just a piece of mulch from Twilight's cage. It's been on there the whole 2 months. Okay, that looks like a really light colored snake. So let's see what we can see
Might be
in here.
normal.
No, it's definitely a banana.
Banana?
But I don't believe it's a super banana. Actually, I believe that is a banana black pastel. Honestly, that is definitely black pastel. You can see the purple that's inside
Do
the...
we each poke them so we
Yeah,
see
see
it
the
through
purple
a,
that's inside the alien head there?
Do we ever poke them so we see it through a sponge?
I don't think we're going to need to do that with this one. I'm going to touch him, but... Did you put hand sanitizer?
Yeah,
Yeah, you did. I remember. Be gentle. Be real gentle.
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to be a banana black pastel. I don't know if it's a super... Going to need to cut some more eggs.
That's slimy.
Banana and super banana look very similar. They're a little bit hard to tell apart until the babies actually color up.
I can't wait to do teeth week. 'Cause I bet it's gonna be really goopy and stuff.
But I believe T1 is just black pastel banana.
I found a snowflake.
Okay, shh.
Snowflake
Okay,
on it.
can you gotta try to calm down, okay? I know this is slow. This is slow going, but I've got to be really gentle cutting these eggs.
Yeah, 'cause you might cut the baby.
Yes, so I can't hurry. I have to be very careful. So let's see what we have in T2. You guys will notice on the name of this video that I'm going to have to call this clutch 22T instead of T, because I'm going to have to start adding the year to my clutch names. Now this guy right here, this
like
may be a super banana, okay? You look at T1, you see that how distinct the pattern is, how kind of dark the pattern is, the purple. Look at the purple on this one. You see how faded and
Yeah.
see how faded and bright that is, and so this is a super banana something. I don't think it's black pastel.
What if we get a fudge chocolate? I like to call it fudge.
You like that chocolate morph, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't have any of those in my collection. I do not have chocolate, but
It might hit chocolate.
I will definitely keep you in mind, you know, if when I'm looking. But that, guys, that is a super banana. And I
Another
think it's just a super banana. I don't think it's GHI or black pastel. So I think this is just a super banana by itself. Possibly GHI.
Is that the egg tooth right there?
Mm-hmm.
It is?
But that is definitely super banana. Like, look at
the egg
T1. I'm
tooth?
going to pick up T1 and let you look. You saw how light colored that one is. Look at T1. This one is just this one's regular banana.
I think I saw the egg tooth.
You see how much more pronounced the pattern is?
Yeah.
So you can tell the difference. I thought they were going to be hard to tell apart, but I think that's pretty.
Pretty gooey.
Yeah. I think that's pretty definitive that T2 is a super banana, maybe GHI. All right, let's take a look at T3.
It has a tiny bit of mold on this side.
That is actually just that's just some dirt, I
Dirt?
think. Yeah. And then that's some smudge from when you touched the ink when it was wet, when I first numbered the eggs back in, what was it, July? Try to be still because you're wobbling the camera.
Okay. Cutting on a little blue piece from the ink.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of your fingerprints.
And in one of the last ones, 4, it has 4 and 5 have snowflakes.
Mm-hmm.
They have snowflakes
Yeah,
on
4 and 5 both have a nice big fingerprint.
them. And they both have snowflakes They both have 2 snowflakes on them. I believe there's more than 2 on them, but we might have to check.
See if I can get in here. All right, well, this one here is not a banana
Is that
anything.
a normal?
I don't think it's a normal. I think that might be actually a black pastel.
Ooh,
Okay.
very goopy. And it kind of has a little bit of yellow on there.
No, that's not black pastel. That, I believe, is a GHI.
GHI?
Yep, I
Does
think
it
this
have
is
a yellow?
this
does
is a
it have a
GHI, and it's going to be a female.
Does it have a yellow belly?
No, doesn't
a bit
have
of
a
it?
yellow belly.
Is that just the goo I'm
Not seeing yellow belly. I think that's a GHI.
Is
that's
that
gonna be
just
a-
the goo I'm seeing from
Uh-huh.
it?
That's going to be a female. It's going to be
Yeah.
a girl.
Now, because, and I think it might be a snow, if there's a snow version, because there's a snowflake on it.
Well,
Those 2 might be snows.
maybe you can call it snowflake until I find a home for it.
It might be a snow, but, because there's like snowflakes on here.
Mm-hmm, a
And
little
that
bit.
usually means that it's a snow.
You are a lot more talkative in this video than you were in the last one.
And when they're snow, they're just white and everything. So it's probably gonna be a snow.
So the combo that I'm wanting, what I want is Super Banana Black Pastel. That's what I'm hoping we'll get. Looks like T2 is the Super Banana by itself. This, T4, if I can actually open the egg.
Can I see?
Well, I'm having trouble opening the egg. That is another Super Banana.
And sometimes if
And
they
it's
have
extremely light. This one's even lighter than T2. I need to open more of the egg to get a better look at it.
so goopy.
That's
So
cool. We got two
Very
two
goopy.
Super Bananas in one. In
Ugh.
the odds on this were 1 in 4. So
Ugh.
okay, it's gonna be all right. I know it's a gooey egg, but it's okay.
It feels like slime.
I can't really tell what else that is. I can tell that it's Super Banana, but I don't know what
It
else.
feels like slime. It's so goopy.
That's gonna be really cool. I can't wait to see that one come out.
Yeah.
Shh. Can you be a little more quiet?
So goopy. I have to go.
Okay, so we get two.
I'll be
Two?
right back.
Okay. Got 2 Super Bananas. I am going to continue this.
Back. Can I move my hand sanitizer for me?
You're fine. The hand sanitizer is to protect the eggs from you, not to protect you from the eggs.
It might be a snow this time.
All right. Try not to bump the table, okay?
Okay. We got the wood.
So I need to be really careful here.
Is there a snow version of
No,
that?
no, there's not. We have banana, we have GHI, we have black pastel.
There's not a snow version in Ball Python?
I don't think yellow belly. I don't think we have yellow belly. I think we can
There's
rule
not
that
a
out.
Snow version in
That looks
Ball
like
Python?
another Super Banana.
There's lots of super
We
bananas.
crushed the odds on the Super Banana because we had really, and that actually might be black pastel. That might be the one I'm looking for right there. Because I think I'm seeing black pastel right here in these alien heads, or what would be alien heads. Have to wait till that one gets out of the egg, but I think
Love
T5
it.
is the snake I was looking for.
I love the goop.
Uh-huh.
So
What's interesting is we did not see anything, we did not see the morph that Twilight is. We didn't see the three trait combo. but we hit really good odds on the super banana, so I'm really happy with that. All right, guys.
There's
So,
blood in my hand.
okay, shh, calm down, okay? All right. So, get my concentration back here. We have one looks like banana black pastel. We have 3 super bananas that are super banana something. And then we have one here that looks like it's just GHI. So actually hit really good odds on the super banana, so I will definitely be keeping one of those, either 2, 4, or 5, but not going to know which one until they get out of the eggs and I get a better look at them. So hopefully you could follow that with my little assistant talking nonstop. But anyways, guys, I will be doing an update on these whenever they get out of the eggs. Really looking forward to seeing them. So hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you guys next time. Okay, just kidding, guys. We're not quite ready to leave yet because Veda just pointed out something that I missed at the end of the last video.
It's a paradox.
That's right. Let's take a look at T5 again. You see right there in the super banana pattern. Let me zoom up a little bit closer. And you can see that we've got the normal kind of showing through right there. So this snake has a paradox, and this is the first paradox that I have ever produced. So I will definitely be keeping this one.
So what is that in the shape of?
I'm not sure what it's in the shape of, but that's very special. That's something that's really rare. So again, I'm really going this time, but I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will definitely be doing an update on these when they hatch. All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.